Was it like a club, a wine
It
bar?
was.
Yates?
It come like Yates. It was a place
TGI
called.
Friday.
Listen, it was them places all rolled into one.
Oh
yeah.
no.
It was called Tiger. I need to expose.
Oh,
this place.
Tiger.
I need to expose this
No.
place.
What were you doing there?
That's why he was asking myself, what am I doing here? Like, it was someone's birthday, so really and truly you got to follow the birthday person, yeah? So we went to their place, and it big bar, several different rooms, but you know what? I can't really be listening to Aha, Kaja Goo Goo.
Oh no! Are you serious?
Chris Brown. And then it's like, no.
Aha.
No, and then you know what?
No.
And after a couple of drinks, you know what? You actually
It sounded
bopped it.
actually good,
You
innit?
bopped it. And then there's one fat house party around the corner from my house.
No,
but
a blues.
it's cool. No, proper.
Scrub, man.
Listen. Wallpaper could have got peeled, mate.
Man.
That's the mood that I was in. But Friday night, I went to the theatre, and I saw this piece at the Soho Theatre.
Okay.
Called Fit and Proper People, and it was actually about football.
Oh,
now
wow.
then, in relation to what we were talking about last week, this actually was a piece about the corruption within football.
Seriously?
Yeah, and I wasn't even expecting that. So that was a good piece.
One of our callers actually touched on that, didn't he?
Yes.
In regards to
corruption. No. When I tell you some proper corruption is going on in football, and also the racism, the sexism, and all that kind of stuff. So that's because a friend of mine was in this
like
piece.
A gangster movie.
Well, it is gangster. It is gangster. Football's gangster.
Wow.
You know, so I don't know if any people want to chat about how gangster football still is. Then you can call up on that too.
Yeah.
You know, so that was kind of like my weekend, and really like my next preparations are sorting out my son's birthday. So as much as I've got over my daughter's birthday, got over this weekend, it's my son's birthday coming up. So I'm just on. I think I just need some coffee in an intravenous, just running straight into my veins. You know, I'm glad this is radio because it ain't a good look, my man.
You're on the webcam.
Listen, I'm just facing forward. Yeah? So yes, that's me. How's you?
I'm great. Didn't see any UFOs this weekend. Didn't see the Loch Ness Monster or anything like that. But do you know what? I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I've had such a hard week, I have to say. I've been all over the place, up and down, editing, working, and I'm not even going to try and waffle on and tell you about
I must admit, the facial hair.
It's looking. Somebody said to me, I've never seen you so much growth. Not even a beard or growth.
Listen, you're not quite Ben Hur yet. I know it's on Sunday.
Are you kidding me? You're kidding me, man.
Right, we haven't
Somebody said the same to me last week. Said, what's up with the hair, man? He said, do you know what it is? I'm reshooting the scene for the film.
Okay.
I'm reshooting the scene, and I have to look the same way. I was actually walking around like this for about a year one time, and a friend came up to me one day and says, "Is everything okay?" and he tapped me on the back and he goes, "No, man, tell me if anything's wrong.
Give me a call if you need to chat."
Man gone mad, you know? And I was like, bro, everything's cool, man. It's my work.
Yeah, I must admit, you don't look that bad. You don't look like you need to be sectioned or anything. Because trust me, I've seen some afros.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and you don't have a fro yet. Actually, yours is just a fro. It's not even an afro.
It's
just a fro.
It's just a lot of growth. You know, it's all part of my being.
Yeah, but it's all good. And it's all for a good cause.
It is. It is.
You know
it's work I enjoy doing. The sacrifices for my art, but it's all good. You know?
Cool. So this week we are talking about some different topics today.
Yeah.
Different.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Let's hear what
well, today I'm touching on taboos. Yeah. And taboos are issues, things, acts which society frowns upon or deems unsociable, unacceptable behaviour.
That's a great definition you just put out there.
Okay.
I would never take it that way.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, cool.
So that's what I'm touching on, but I appreciate it is a Sunday afternoon and not a Sunday evening. Because when I started looking into it,
It's quite deep. You've got people that actually sit in the wardrobe with a hole in the wardrobe looking through.
It's on some deep levels, and I appreciate with some of the things that I was looking at, some people may not actually want to truly express their true views. Although the beauty is on radio, you can, because you can be anonymous if that's how you want to be.
Yeah.
But I know that I put it out on Facebook, so it's also...
What type of response do you get on Facebook?
Well, on Facebook, for instance, I can go to my Facebook page, actually, and I put it out there, generally, and what I put out there was, a taboo is something considered forbidden or socially frowned upon. So, people, what are your views on taboos generally, or what do you think about these ones? And I put down mixed relationships, whether that be culture or religion. And just on that topic is that there's been a whole series still touching on Black History Month. Is there's a mixed race season and mixed relationships. So there's been a whole range.
What do you think about that whole title, mixed race season?
Well, I know that some people have an issue with the term mixed race. Okay. Some people are...
Not even so much the term mixed race, but the whole season. This mixed race season. It's not like when you turn over to BBC Three, I've never seen Black season,
what's Black History Month? What's Black History Month, though?
Okay, you got me on that one.
Yeah, and you will have Asian seasons.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't watch it on TV.
They will do certain little cultural
So do they have white season?
No, because white is one of the dominating cultures, so you don't need to have a season, it's just annual.
So in many ways, they're admitting to not being a balanced station, so you have segments of
probably
blatantly admitting to it.
Yeah,
but this is why I don't watch TV.
Yeah, that's it, admitting without admitting it directly.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Sorry.
But it was quite interesting because I know with that mixed relationships in terms of culture, most people, I would say, on the original surface would say, that's not a taboo. That's not even a problem. Like, that's minor macro things for these days because people of dual heritage are one of the fastest growing groups globally.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
But yet, looking at some of these documentaries, although we're kind of reflecting back 50, 60 years, there's a hell of a lot of people who were not in a mixed relationships. I mean, there were certain laws in America that prevented Black and white people being together.
A lot of people lost their lives. There was in fact, there was a boxer. You mentioned America. I think his name was something Johnson. Anyway, he got married to a white lady. It was his missus. Loved her. She loved him.
Black and white days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was actually a world champion, and they actually arrested him for pimping her, and it was his wife.
Yeah, yeah.
Locked him up. Just like, wow. Terrible.
So I mean, even though we're talking about back in the day, and where we live in London, I think sometimes because we live in London City, our views on how people see things can be a little bit jaded. Whereas when you come out, sometimes you'd be surprised at people's thoughts. So looking at relationships, culture, and religion, there are certain religions. Listen, you can't be mixing and matching. That people aren't in it.
I had the conversation the other day. We were talking about Muslim and Hindu, and this guy lost his mind. Seriously, he lost his mind. I'm like, bro, calm down. He goes, no, this is serious. My mother would never accept me marrying a blah blah. And the reason why he was so angry is because the woman that he was previously involved with was a Hindu.
Okay.
And her parents kind of broke up the relationship, broke his heart, and now she's getting married. And his regrets was that he didn't tell his mother about the relationship, whereas he could have had more support and maybe the two families could have met and so forth. But he lost his mind. It was serious. I didn't even know it was that bad.
Yeah, I mean, I've got one of my colleagues who's British, married to a Jewish woman. Some of her family have never spoken to him, and they've got 2 kids together.
Wow.
So, do you mean it's not so much, the cultural thing is one issue, but when it comes to religion, you'd be surprised. People are not talking to people.
Yeah. Hate. Full of hate. And they don't, and in most cases, they don't know these people.
Well, do you know what I find really interesting is that even though we're dealing with 2 very different subjects, there is a parallel similarity, which is basically the unknown. So sometimes when you don't know about something, you can be scared of things that you don't know.
But the thing is, how can you be scared? Check this, yeah? I can understand if you're scared of ghosts and demons or gods or devil and so forth. But how can you be scared of somebody who's in a different religion or somebody of different colour? How ignorant?
Because, alright, when it comes to certain religions, some religious people believe that they are the chosen ones.
The chosen ones for what, like?
Chosen ones,
God is going to let me through the gates,
precisely.
And you're going to be behind the gates.
And if you're not one of the chosen ones, then me and you can't hang.
For me, that type of thinking is very limiting.
It is ignorance because you'd like to think that if you're in love, you're in love.
Yeah, for real.
You know,
and it doesn't make any difference what the person looks like, what religion they are. You just love that person for who they are.
You'd think.
Yeah.
You'd think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the basic one. So the mixed relationships, I feel, is quite a basic one, but it isn't. It's deep.
But I suppose if you've been indoctrinated from a child that this is right, this is right, this is right, and you then go out to listen to people who are not your parents or your family or your close friends, I suppose you're going to follow. You're going to go with what you've been taught and what you've been conditioned to do.
Yeah, but hopefully, now almost coming back down to what's on TV. And
what we always talk about, education.
You need to be exposed to different people, different cultures, etc.
Yeah.
Can you, before I continue, can you just tell the people who, when they need to be calling and what the number is that they need to be calling in, because they can start thinking about.
Yeah, right. Let me just take a breath. The number is 0208 144 3493. You can Twitter us at twitter.com/Sunday Reasoning, Facebook.com/Sunday Reasoning, or you can email us at sundayreasoning@hotmail.co.uk. That's getting so much easier.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that's almost like that's like your gym routine.
So much easier. Practice makes
Mr.
perfect.
T needs to do his press ups and stuff
you,
before he starts delivering. So I put it out about relationships. I also put up men who dress up as women.
Wow.
Because I touched on
what
that.
What type of response did you get for that? Well, are we talking? When we say dressing up as women, are we talking like?
I'm touching
underwear.
I'm gonna touch on men who dress up as women, but really I'm talking about men doing what they stereotypically shouldn't be doing, because there's a lot of homophobic people as well still out there.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
So that's kind of that realm. I also touched on bestiality. And
do you know the funny thing is, I've seen the post, but it just makes me laugh every time. Bestiality. Did you hear? In fact, there was this case some years ago. I've always got an example about something. These people were on a train driving through somewhere in the country, and the train stopped, and they saw this dude shagging his sheep.
No.
I swear, this was in the papers.
Just blatant out in the field.
Yeah, shagging it. They actually called the police, and he was charged with molesting his flock.
Well, not being funny. I mean,
that was during the day.
Yeah, I mean, I only want to touch on it just a little bit before we go too deep, because remember this is during the day.
Yeah.
But Fred West, and we touched on Fred West because there was a piece on his father used to take him up into the country to go and shag sheep. And to cut up rabbits and do all this kind of madness. So the thing is, when you think about what he ended up doing,
it's not surprising.
For that kind of history, if that's what also your father's introducing you to, like this is a ritual.
That's what I'm saying. In terms of your parents introducing you to this madness.
Then that's what is considered, quote, normal for them. When I was talking to a colleague...
But that's sheer madness, though.
Of course it is. And that sheep did not consent. There's some sheep calling up. They need a call line. They're looking for a talk line somewhere to say bad. I'm really sorry, sheep. Because that's not good.
That's reckless.
That's not good.
Yeah, man. Charge them.
So there was that. I mean, I know that most people have been like later-ony to that one, but even though I love that one. But when I was talking to a colleague of mine, apparently, again, it's all to do with culture and where you're from. A colleague of mine, he went to Copenhagen, Sweden, I believe, that kind of district, and him and his pals were in the sex district. There was a shop dedicated purely to bestiality. My man was telling me that there was a saddle. Okay, there was a saddle in this place, yeah. So you see when you get on a horse,
Shocking.
you put a saddle on top of the horse's back to ride it.
Oh no.
Okay, so you see like
a saddle, and then you can have a.
No, listen. You're like a baby cow. You're like a baby sling.
Oh my god.
So there was a saddle come baby sling for a human being, on which you would put underneath the horse. Jesus. I don't even think I need to say no more.
What I want to know is, did he go in?
He went in the shop.
Oh, no way.
They were having a laugh.
Okay,
they were having a laugh, and they went no.
Okay, cool.
But apparently as well, a woman actually died from engagements with a horse. I don't know if many people have seen horses up close and personal. Okay, we'll leave it there.
But you know, I can understand why that one got blown out in terms of people not wanting to discuss that, because I don't think that is everyday behaviour. I don't think so.
Okay, but can I say something?
But it's taboo.
Under taboos, there's a lot of sexual deviancy. Yeah. So on the one hand, if you put bestiality to the side, for instance, there's all that kind of the S&M, rubber, chaining.
But that's normal, I think.
Well, I was going to say now I think it's very normal.
That's because you can go down to Earl's Court. They have the erotica show. You go down there and all you've seen is chains and leather and all that type of stuff.
But for instance, some people do that on a daily basis. There's certain men who go shopping with their women, go buy clothes and wallets, and then come change up in the evening.
If you know what, if it's healthy and you ain't doing animals.
Okay. So I also touched on euthanasia. Euthanasia.
That's really interesting. What do you think about that?
Euthanasia, I back it.
Yeah, me too.
It was brought up in EastEnders, I think, with Ethel and Dot. I think Ethel was dying, and she wanted Dot to. Did she do it? I think she did do it.
Oh, and she would. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry.
That's okay, but. That was incredibly frowned upon. And this is the thing, is that with some of these things that are taboos, you think over time they become, quote, normalised. But with euthanasia, my stance is, you know what? I know that if I was in a coma, or if I was on a machine, if I had a terminal illness, you know I'm dying. Yeah? And again, I know it's a Sunday afternoon for certain people, so we're only touching it for a little bit. But you know what? If I'm dying, Don't waste no more money on medical bills. Don't waste no more money on the hospital. But no, don't prolong the pain, man. Come. Yeah, just pull the plug, man. Just save the electricity. Do you know what I mean? I'll be eco-friendly to the day that I die. Do you know what I mean? But seriously, pull the plug. Because I don't want it. I wouldn't want to deteriorate. But the thing is that there's a clause though, because sometimes the reason why some people are funny about it is that if you're really, really ill, you may not be there 100%. People may be trying to get your will, get your money. You know, so it's about making sure there are certain stages that you keep confirming that this is what you want, I suppose.
Yeah. I think they should actually implement it in the law, because I've seen people who've passed away, who've gone through really painful deaths, and the only thing they've said that is that they want to go.
Yeah.
They are ready to go.
Yeah, they're ready.
There's no other discussion apart from that, because the pain that they're going through, and I think they have accepted the point that is the fact that it's time for them to move on, you know. So I agree with 100%.
So there's euthanasia, but euthanasia I think is when you ask someone to assist you.
Yes.
Because then I suppose there's also then suicide.
Wow.
Yeah, so which may be a bit more selfish. Some people might consider that a bit more of a selfish act, depending on how you go on about it.
And the religion is, with many religions, there is, if you commit suicide, you won't go through the gates.
Yeah, again.
And this is why a lot of people want euthanasia.
Euthanasia, yeah.
So, wow.
Yeah, so that's something that I brought up. Public affection. So it's a bit tame, but there are some people who do not. I've also put down breastfeeding. Some people find it offensive. Some people don't like it if people are showing public affection, kissing.
Do you think they would say that if they were a baby and they were hungry?
No, they probably wouldn't say. But some people find it offensive for a titty to be brought out, and you're feeding a child.
That's just stupid.
Okay, that is stupid.
Yeah. No, when I say, I don't think it's stupid to discuss it. I mean, in terms of, it's just stupid that you'd even say that.
Find it weird.
everybody needs to eat.
Yeah, of course.
Or drink.
Yeah. But I think if you're 15 years old and you're still pulling your mummy's titty out, then that...
Well...
Because we were talking about breastfeeding. Did you not see there's that programme about
the
woman...
11 years.
Listen. For when my child has teeth, I'm sorry.
See, that's just not healthy.
Okay.
That's just not
all right,
healthy.
but you understand. So that's
I don't even want to say no more on that.
Okay, that's a whole other thing, yeah. I've got slavery, because there's many forms of slavery that still exist today.
There was a lady in northwest London who was convicted, the first lady to be convicted of imprisonment, slavery. She bought this woman and she had her in a basement for about 3 years, and it's only because the woman ran out and somebody said, she goes, listen, she's imprisoned me, blah blah blah. They caged her. This was last year.
Yeah, but people are stolen off the streets of children and women are stolen off the streets of cities all around the world, and they are sold. They're sold either as sex
slaves,
commodities, or cleaners or workers, and they have no rights. And this is happening in China, Asia, Africa, Europe, and in this country. Do you know what I mean? So this is real, Internet dating.
Okay, I know a number of people who've done that.
I think I think it is actually more widely acceptable.
Yeah, definitely.
But then at the same time,
ways.
But some people also may feel a little bit ashamed.
Why?
I don't know. It's just out there.
I think if it turns out bad, you could be embarrassing.
Yeah. So but I'm interested. So in terms of, this is what I put out on Facebook. So some of the responses, like I said, on Facebook, people are just giving really little couple of sentences.
Do you blame them? With subjects like that, who wouldn't, mate? I tell you.
So out of those ones that I put out there, we've got Sly from Grove, who just put, bestiality and slavery are the only things I can't hang with. So everything else he considers fine. We've got Paul. Where's Paul from? I'm not sure where Paul's from. Oh dear. Okay, he says the horse usually says nay, so you gotta respect its decision.
Is that more like a sheep?
Yeah, I think he's coming to the bestiality bit. We've got Micah from the Shepherd's Bush area. He's put bestiality, just not on, plain wrong, chicken pluckers. Now then, I don't even know if anyone remembers back in the day. There was a film called Animal Farm that was going around.
I've seen that.
I've seen that one. I don't know how much these women get paid. I would love for a woman. How much are you getting paid?
Not enough.
Okay. Okay. We've got Yao from East London, who's got you give me the sweetest taboo.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Sade.
We should actually play that.
We should actually. I have got Sade, but I haven't got that track on me today. And then we've got Courtney from Kilburn, who says if it's between two consenting adults, it's all good. We'd all be shocked at what some people get up to behind closed doors. Which is very true, because on the one hand, some people like to say, I wouldn't do this and I wouldn't do that and la 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 la. Okay, the black and white twins. So you have a lot of people who say this and say that, but really what they get behind closed doors is a completely different scenario.
Private.
So those were really some of the that's some of the feedback that I got on Facebook. I mean, did you have any issues, or what's your general idea on taboos?
I think what you've mentioned is interesting. I personally have none, to be truthful with you. I find it interesting to hear what people think and say. So I'm quite open, to be honest with you. I think some of the subjects you've put up there are very, very interesting. Very interesting. And it'd be interesting to see what people think and say.
Cool. So if you want to let us know, I know it's a bit of a touchy subject, Sunday afternoon, but 0208 144 3493. That needs to now be just put in people's phones, yeah? Yep. Speed dial 2 or something. Like you can put your man or your child or something as number 1. But put in guestradio.co.uk.
Yep.
And let us know what your thoughts are. So what are you going to be chatting about, Aaron?
Very little today.
Huh?
Very little.
Huh?
No, today I'm going to be speaking about the unexplained, UFOs, the Loch Ness monster, you name it, things that people cannot explain. In fact, last week, the Daily Telegraph, I believe it was, they found hair and a shoe print of the Yeti. You know the Yeti, the abominable snowman?
Yeah, yeah.
And it was found in, I think it was Russia. So there's more and more evidence pointing that these creatures do exist. There's been loads of pictures. I actually posted a number of pictures on Facebook and
did you?
On Twitter.
Oh, I missed them.
No, don't worry about it. And to see some photos that people have taken. And it's funny because with the technology that we have these days, it's unbelievable that nobody's got a clear photo of anything. It's always blurred. Do you know what I mean?
So what's that all about?
I have no idea.
Right, so how big is this Yeti supposed to be?
It's supposed to be about 7'4". Because I know if I'm in the forest doing some camping with my family and I see something 7'4", that's going to be very scary. 7'4" is very, very tall. So, you know, and it's very furry. But it's what they say. Sorry, what they say is fantastic about this creature. This is obviously all speculation. Is that it's intelligent. It builds fires.
Okay, so what are we saying a Yeti is? A Yeti is bear and man, or is it not just a bear?
It's not even so much a bear. It's like it's the size of a bear on its two hind feet, but it's a creature of some sort that's been around for thousands of years. That's intelligent. That there's a number of them. In fact, I can't remember what it is, but anyway, yeah. That's what they are. They're intelligent creatures that live out in the wild.
Intelligent? I don't know. What's that Disney film about?
Which one?
The one about the Yeti.
I haven't seen that.
Henderson, something in the Hendersons.
Yes, Bigfoot and the Hendersons.
Right. That Bigfoot didn't seem too intelligent.
No, but he was intelligent enough not to eat them. Do you know what? He didn't go in there and carve them and thought this is food. He was intelligent in the sense that he could be amongst them. He was a bit silly, of course, but he was intelligent enough to be amongst these humans and the family and pretty much be like the family dog or cat, but a bit more. Very protective.
Okay, people.
I love that film. Yeah, so you've got the Yeti.
So, Mr. T, you're talking about either the Yeti, the Loch Ness, UFOs.
UFOs is more my thing because I've seen several.
So what I'm going to say, you know what, because I kind of feel to play a tune still.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I might bust a tune. I'm feeling a little bit of Mary J and Wycliffe. I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling.
Which one?
911, man.
Wow.
I'm feeling the 911.
911.
Yeah, even though you need to be calling 0208 144 3493.
Okay, drop it like it's hot. So okay, we'll see you on the other side.
A new album coming out. She's
wicked, man.
She
got
is the queen
so much
of
longevity.
soul, man.
Amazing.
Seriously, she's not even messing about. So, Aaron, come chat to me.
Yes. What do you want me to say? Because I know you're not convinced about the unexplained. Let me explain. Let me share something with you.
Share.
Many years ago, okay, I used to read about UFOs. I used to, watch about UFOs. Anything that was sci-fi was my thing. And
you see, I was never really an X-Files type person.
It was interesting. It was very interesting. So one day I was in my place in Tottenham, and it was on the 12th floor.
Mm-hmm.
It was on the 12th floor, and me and a friend were hanging out, chilling, and we were looking out the window. It was she was looking out the window. I was doing something, and it was a very, very windy day. Trees are blowing, all that type of stuff. And she goes, "Aaron, what's that?" I goes, "What?" She goes, "There." I saw this object. Yeah. I don't know if you've got a webcam. If you've got a, you can actually tune in and see how big the object is. Yeah. It was about this big, the object, and it was green, and it had loads of bubbles. And it had a flat surface.
You know what? I think it's been a long weekend.
No, seriously, check this. And it was flying in a dead straight line.
So how do you know this wasn't like a comet or something?
It passed my window. It passed my window.
Yeah,
it was
you gave some good detail there.
Yeah, it was about seriously, it was about 3 meters away from my window, and it flew in a dead straight line. Okay, that was one experience. Another experience with another friend. Yeah. And again, they were looking out the window because I had a beautiful view. Remember the view?
Yeah.
So, and she goes, "Oh my God, what's that? What's that?" She's screaming and going crazy. and we saw about 6 objects, yeah, flying in an unusual way. But what she said to me is that she saw these six objects drop from another object from the clouds, and it disappeared, and that's what got her back up. I personally don't know what the objects were. They weren't helicopters, they weren't planes, they were just these black objects flying in a formation, and it was unusual. Why are you looking at me that way for? That was just 2 experiences. I'll tell you about the alien I met later on.
Okay. I mean, the thing is, you know what? I do believe that we are not the only living beings in this galaxy.
How about on this Earth?
I do
How
believe.
about on this Earth?
Well, obviously there's humans, there's reptiles, there's mammals.
No. I'm talking beyond that. Think about it, yeah? This Earth is so big, it's so spacious. We've got, the seas have never been fully explored, the skies have never been fully explored. There's places on Earth, I'm sure, that haven't been fully explored. Okay?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that UFOs live in...
I'm not saying UFOs, but there's got to be other beings amongst us.
Yeah, other beings. Other beings, yes.
Oh, so you do agree that there's...
No, I believe, and that the oceans haven't been fully explored, and there are fishes
I don't mean
that haven't...
I don't mean fish, I mean humanoids. I know you think I'm tripping or I'm bugging.
I do.
Seriously?
I know.
No, you don't think so. So you think this big Earth with so many other planets around us, we're just here alone?
No, but we're not alone. Listen, I don't know where you live, baby, yeah, but it's very busy where I
am. No, you see? Now you're mocking me. But it's good, I love it. No, but seriously, are you honestly convinced we're alone?
As human beings.
As human beings. Intelligent life form in terms of 2 different life forms having a conversation.
As human beings, yes.
Seriously.
I believe there are animals and other life forms that live on this earth, yes, that live, breathe, and need to eat. I don't believe there is some kind of half human, half something else living somewhere in a cave or waiting to be discovered.
Or maybe next door.
No, well, have you ever seen my neighbours?
I'm serious though. I'm serious. This is you don't think so?
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I need a bit more than that. Because there are some people who don't even believe that the dinosaurs.
Well, I don't, to be honest with you.
Don't believe in dinosaurs.
No. I don't. I'm sorry.
So hold on. You believe in UFO?
The whole dinosaur theory for me is just a bit odd, to be truthful with you. For one, how could you tell me how long they lived? Okay? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Have you been to the British Museum?
I have, and I just don't believe it.
So, do you feel that those bones were manufactured?
I think it's a strong possibility. I do believe that.
So, what do people have to gain from lying?
Money. Money. Straight up money. I've been and I've seen these creatures that are so massive and big, and I'm just like, where did you find all these bones?
They dug up Earth.
Oh, man. You find out a lot of these institutions are owned by banks and so forth. All the banks actually do a lot of charity work with them, and they funnel money through them. I just don't know. I went there and I just didn't believe it.
Okay. But when it comes to these things flying in the sky...
It's because I've seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah, but... Okay.
Listen, let me ask you something, yeah?
Were you sober?
Do you believe...
Were you sober and sane at the time?
Fully.
Okay.
Fully. Let me ask you something, yeah? Do you believe in love?
Hell yeah.
Do you believe in God?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen God?
No.
Have you ever seen love?
I felt it though.
You felt it, yeah? But you've never seen it. But
No.
you feel it, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay? When you see something that you don't explain, I've spoken to many people who've seen their grandparents who have passed away, who have sat down at the edge of the bed and have spoken to them, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And had conversations and told them certain things, or just appeared before their eyes. You don't know what you see, but you believe it and you feel it and you see it. I think a lot of it is faith.
Yeah, no. That I do believe with. And the thing is, I don't want to belittle what you're saying because it's something that I just don't know about and don't have enough proof of.
Yeah.
So it's difficult for my head to actually get around it, I suppose. But there are many, many things that we've been told through history that supposedly have happened or supposedly are real, and we don't really know.
I'll tell you something strange that happened to me. I was in a friend's house many years ago. We were sitting down, funny enough, having a drink.
Yeah.
And we weren't...
Tequila?
No, nothing too heavy. And all these flies, you know, like blue bottle flies, they just appeared out of nowhere. And it was like they were flying out the ground or from underneath the downstairs.
I was just saying, it's not being funny, I mean, I've lived in Tottenham. I'm not being funny, but when you get a whole heap of them flies, like you're near a dead body, I'm sorry.
Right. This is what I thought, and I'm saying, like, where are all these flies coming from? So we assumed that they were coming from the flat downstairs. So when he started sweeping all these flies that appeared out of nowhere, he went downstairs, everything was fine. Cut long story short, we sat down, we had a laugh about it because I've never seen so many flies before in my life. And the following day I went to his house and he says to me, you know, my friend died. I said, don't lie. He goes, yeah, he's been in his flat for the last 3 days. And he, you know what, do you want to, let's go to a break.
I think...
have I got time?
I think we have to go to a commercial break.
Yeah, let's do it.
And give some of our sponsors some airtime as well. Even though it was a new car, so keep listening, listen out for the adverts, listen to the shows to find out more information on how you can get £2,000 towards a new vehicle. And with Christmas coming up soon, I don't even want to mention Christmas, but with Christmas coming up soon,
do that again, please.
With Christmas coming up soon.
Yeah, but 2 G's, that's a good amount of money.
Listen, yeah, even when they say towards, it would be the car. That's true. That's insurance I never did.
For real.
You know, so alright, so there's that. And yeah, we're getting ourselves, I think, kind of comfortable now with the whole kind of system that's flowing.
Yes. Oh, let me finish my story.
Please.
Yeah. So where did I leave off? So the following day I went to his house and he said to me, my friend passed away. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, what, did he live downstairs? He goes, no, he lives up the road. But he'd been dead for 3 days. 3-4 days, and they found his dead body. I'm like, wow. I said, how did he pass away? You know, he was very sick, blah blah blah, and so forth. But what made it really eerie is that they called him Flyman.
No.
Yes.
Before you saw the flies, his name was that his name anyway?
Yeah, that was his name. That was his nickname that he had for about 30 years. So this is what I'm talking about in terms of the unexplained.
Oh, right. No. I do. All right. Things like that.
You with me?
I do believe in.
You feeling me?
I do. Yeah. On that level.
So how different is it from an object that I've seen in the sky that's moving around with lights, or I've seen another object as big as a football pitch with loads and loads of different colours, and it's just...
Who's seen that? That's
me.
That's that Steven Spielberg film.
I'm telling you, girl.
What's the name of that film?
Taken all...
No. Back in the day.
Oh.
Close Encounters of a Third Kind.
Woo! Great movie. Real.
That's what you're chatting about.
I'm telling you.
You can't talk about some glowing light size of a football pitch hovering with loads of different lights.
I'm telling you, and again, somebody called me and said, they knocked on my door. They said, listen.
You know the National Enquirer is going to knock on your door. You know the National Enquirer is that American one, and they always have. I had Cucumber Baby from Alien that I had an affair with in the fields type thing.
They got a name for that.
Yeah, that's in my section.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's something that I've experienced, and these unusual, strange stories people have told me about their friends passing away. They've seen them after death. You know, a friend getting a message from the other side, of some people.
So we're touching on that, yeah.
Yeah.
So what about tarot card readers? The people who will talk to spirits.
I know somebody who does that.
Ouija board. Right. Do you believe in them kind of things?
Right. I know a lady. She calls. I'm not gonna say her name, but she says she's a modern day witch. Okay, and she reads tarot cards. And me personally, she asked to read mine to do mine. I was like, no, I don't do that type of stuff. Not into that. But she did a few of the other people around at the time, and they said she was spot on. So, you know, and they were really, and the expression on their face, in terms of what she told them.
Did she just say you were going to go on holiday?
It was a private thing. It was a private thing.
Okay.
It's not something that you people sit down and watch, and it's something that's private to you and the person reading it to you. But the expression on their face was shock, was also clarity as well, which I found really strange. But for me, I don't want to know my future.
Oh, don't you?
No. Why would that? How boring would that be?
I hear that.
It would. I don't know. I want to live. For the moment.
Do you believe in destiny? As in, even if you know your future, some things are destined anyway.
Yeah.
Your path is already.
I can give you one now. An example of destiny. You and I working here today. Right? For real. And I'm not trying to get sentimental. For real. I thought about certain things because I haven't seen you for many, many years. We haven't spoken for many, many years. We've obviously worked through Facebook and stuff like that. But the fact that I was with Paddington Arts and you were with Paddington Arts, I found really strange. The fact that we went to the same college, I found really strange. And the fact that after we left college, we lived in the same area, I find.
But no, them things ain't strange.
No, I found it really strange.
We're from Northwest London.
No, but we moved all the way clean.
True.
And you live 5 minutes down the road from like.
But you see my cousin. You know my cousin. We lived in Camden together, and then my girl got her flat around the corner from me in Tottenham.
All of these things. All of these things are destined.
Okay.
You with me? Like my brother.
Energies.
When me and my brother we left home, we lived in the same area for about 10 years, and that was an intention because we were living separate lives. You know, so I believe in destiny a lot with some of the smallest things, some of the biggest things in my life.
Okay. Yeah? No, I hear that. Maybe I just need a little bit more
clarity to open up your third eye.
Maybe
open your third eye, darling.
Maybe that is what it is. But you know, can I play another tune?
You can indeed. What are you gonna play?
I'm gonna play. Stephen Marley has an album. Out.
Introduce me to that, actually. It's a bad album.
And it's a real nice album, and I'm gonna play one of the tracks that I really like on that album. And we need people to call in on 0208 144 3493 and let us know what you feel about any of these topics, because it's kind of deep. It's kind of deep for me today.
Yeah, we're going to go back over to Taboos after this, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, hon.
Stay
Here we
on
go.
Earth.